All right. Talk about this team offensively. You guys put up some pretty good numbers last year, about 32 points a game. But it sounds like under Coach Fine, you guys will be changing offenses. How have you guys already adapted to that as far as game planning goes?
I mean, we've been working pretty much all summer installing a lot of the new passing plays, which we didn't do much last year. And we've already installed some of our run plays. And, working out 3 times a week and having be able to practice has really helped us out. And I think, they're learning it really well.
What do you carry over from last year's season? You guys are 5-5. Huntington is used to having a winning tradition. So what do you take away from last season that you can apply to this season?
I think that we need to just keep going hard because when we're playing 100% through the whole game, we're able to beat teams, and we're just not playing until the third or fourth quarter. That's when we've lost a lot of big games or let teams go that we should beat.
As far as this team goes, what are going to be some of the biggest strengths of this Huntington North team in 2012?
I think we'll have a lot of good leadership, and I think that we have a strong quarterback, and I think we'll have a pretty strong defense this year.
All right, final question. Coach Fine, what are some of the differences in the last coaching regime? Because obviously Coach Gilg has been around for a long time, but what are some of the big changes and differences that you see that Huntington North will have here?
And the offense can be a lot different, first of all. But, it's been a really smooth transition.
Well, obviously, it sounds like you guys are changing things offensively, scheme-wise. So talk about the transition that you guys are making from last season to this season with Coach Fine now running this offense.
Well, we're like 2 ends of the spectrum, going from a veered to a spread offense almost. So it's like we're working from going out and hitting somebody to actually sitting back and being able to protect the quarterback from getting hit. It's weird from a transition, but it's been a lot easier. Coach Fine's made it really easy on the whole offense to make it the jump from such 2 extremes.
For this team, you went 5-5 last season. What are going to be some of the big keys for you this upcoming season to see even more success?
We got to play defense. We got to score more. Last year, our defense gave up a lot of yards, I believe, so we need to lock that down in our offense. It wasn't really consistent. We need to get the consistent play-to-play offensive line push so we can get the ball going where it needs to be, and that's how we'll be successful. We just need to keep pushing the ball, and you just need to hit people on defense.
Coach Gilg has been around for a long time. Obviously, it's sometimes good to get fresh blood into the system. So what are some of the differences between Coach Fine and Coach Gilg that you've seen already?
That's a good question. Well, the way there's not a whole lot of difference. It's just there's been a little bit more teaching with Fine than there has been with Gilg, but that's because we've been running in the same system for so long. So there's not a whole lot of difference, but just the fact, it's just weird having another person. I mean, having Gilg for 3 years and all of a sudden just having a new guy come in senior year. It's just it's weird, but we've communicated, we've talked about what's going on, and it's just been easy. It's kind of like he's been here for a while now.
First off, Trent Fine, first-year head coach for the Huntington North Vikings. And, Coach, talk about the transition coming from Monroe Central. That's a program you started up. What is your goal here at Huntington North in your first season with the Vikes?
Coming up here and just trying to, establish my program with these kids and figure out, what I got in front of me. I've been very pleased this summer. We've had good participation all summer. With the transition, obviously it's a big transition for the kids too, having a new coach. We only have 2 returning coaches from the old staff, so I got a lot of new young coaches and providing a lot of energy for them, and we've seen that transfer into the kids this summer.
You take a look at the tape of what you've got coming back. On offense, it averaged 31.9 points per game, but you're replacing the quarterback position. So offensively, talk about where you are at deciding on a quarterback, and what are some of the similarities and differences that we'll see X's and O's wise from the Vikings this coming season?
Quite a contrast in styles as far as offense. Last year they ran the option, and we do have one returner, the guy that got a lot of snaps last year, and Drew Snitz, who also is a shortstop on our baseball team, good athlete. He's provided some leadership for me. I've got a junior and another senior competing for the spot, but Drew's kind of taking that lead right now, which is good. I like to throw it around. I'm more of a spread offense type guy, so It's been a transition for the guys, you know, position-wise. Some of the running backs have gone out to wings, and you know, so some of the receivers have gone to wings. So it's been a different, you know, style for them, but I think they're picking up really well on it.
Final question: what are you most looking forward to about this first season for you with the Vikings? And what are these kids done in the off season that's impressed you?
Just their work ethic. You know, we getting, you know, 70, 80, 90 kids into our summer program, and you know, you walk around, and I brought a kid up with me yesterday that I coached from WOW, and he goes, you know, you guys didn't have to get on those kids at all the whole time for an hour and a half straight, and you know, and that's the work ethic that these kids have at Huntington, which is something that brought me up there. You know, and so I'm looking forward to the challenge, and looking forward to a good year with Huntington.